Do you see two leaves here? I was just wondering what happened to this leaf. And look at this leaf. This leaf looks very healthy. See, this leaf is an old leaf. It is wilting away. But this leaf is a young leaf. But if our atmospheric composition changes or it gets disrupted, this leaf can prematurely become this leaf. This leaf, within a matter of hours, it can become this leaf. Usually, this leaf would take weeks or even months, 1 or 2 months to become this. But if our atmospheric composition changes, this leaf can become this leaf within just hours or even minutes. We will see who can make a leaf become from this to this within minutes. Who is the culprit or who will be the culprit that can make this into this? Come on. In today's video, we will be dealing with atmosphere. We have dealt with atmosphere previously about the different layers of atmosphere. We will deal with the aspect of atmosphere in depth today. Do you see a man here and a tree? Consider this as the surface of the earth. From the surface of the earth, for a vertical distance of 15 kilometers, we reach the end of the troposphere. Okay. So from the surface of the earth to the boundary of troposphere, which is called as tropopause, it is called as troposphere. So from the surface of the earth to tropopause for 50 kilometers, it is called as troposphere. From tropopause to stratopause, the layer is called as stratosphere, and stratosphere extends till another 50 kilometers. So the actual distance of stratosphere is 50 minus 50. 50 minus 50, which is around 35 kilometers. Okay. So from the surface of the earth till 50 kilometers, we have to travel 50 kilometers to reach stratopause. From stratopause, and for another 35 kilometers, if we travel, we will reach the end of mesosphere. So we have now traveled about 85 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Then when we travel from mesopause, which is the boundary of mesosphere, if you travel then above that for another 500 kilometers, that layer is called as thermosphere. So at the end of the thermosphere, we reach the layer of thermosphere. This layer of thermosphere is called as ionosphere. Okay, ionosphere. From ionosphere, the atmosphere doesn't exist, but helium and hydrogen exist. So that aspect of outer space from the boundary of thermosphere, that is ionosphere, from the boundary of thermosphere, which is the ionosphere, it is called to the outer space, it is called as exosphere. Okay, it is nothing but outer space, but helium and hydrogen is present there. Coming to the aspects of temperature change, we have discussed about an aspect of zigzag line when we consider the temperature aspect of the atmosphere. Now, up to the 15 kilometers of troposphere, the temperature decreases gradually till tropopause. Till tropopause, up to 15 kilometers, till the surface of the earth to tropopause, from the surface of the earth to tropopause, the atmosphere temperature decreases at a rate of 0.6 degrees Celsius within each kilometer. So when we travel from the surface of the earth to the tropopause, there is a temperature decrease of 0.6 degrees Celsius per kilometer. This is very important because in environmental science, paper 2, problems will come in this regard. Okay, so note it down. Then temperature decreases up to minus 60 degrees Celsius. I repeat, the temperature decreases up to minus 60 degrees Celsius when we reach proper pose from the surface of the earth. From the surface of the earth, from the proper pose, when we again go up through the stratosphere to stratospheric, the temperature increases up to minus 2 degrees Celsius. When we reach stratopause, the temperature starts decreasing again till minus 90 degrees Celsius. You see the curve here, right? You see the zigzag line, the curve of the zigzag line going towards the decreasing level. So when we reach 90 degrees Celsius at the end of mesosphere, which is called as mesopause, the temperature starts increasing. It will go on increasing till plus 1200 degrees Celsius. At this stage, when you reach ionosphere, the temperature would have increased up to plus 1200 degrees Celsius. What does this mean? This means that instead of gases, there will be more number of ions in ionosphere and exosphere. Okay, so when we take the consideration of pressure, the pressure consistently decreases. There is no zigzag fluctuation for pressure. So from the surface of the earth to the top of the atmosphere, which is ionosphere or thermosphere, temperature takes a zigzag approach. While pressure decreases consistently. You can see the X line. The X line is the pressure. Okay, it consistently decreases. This is the temperature and pressure profile of atmosphere. Okay. Then another aspect about atmosphere is that the temperature fluctuation from troposphere, in the troposphere, which is temperature decrease from the surface of the earth to tropopause for 15 kilometers. This process is known as adiabatic lapse rate. Okay. This process is known as lapse rate. Sorry, this is not known as adiabatic lapse rate, which is another aspect. This is called as lapse rate. Lapse in the sense there is a lapse in temperature. There is a decrease in temperature, which is the lapse. So here lapse happens. The process of lapse happens. This is called as lapse rate. This temperature decrease in troposphere as high altitude increases. It is called as lapse rate. And from tropopause, the temperature increases. Okay, temperature increases as altitude increases. This is called as temperature inversion. This idea is known as temperature inversion. Okay, this idea is known as temperature inversion. And when again we go from stratopause to mesopause, temperature again decreases, lapse rate. Then from mesopause to the outer space, which is beyond 500 kilometers, temperature increases to levels of thousands of degrees Celsius. This is again temperature inversion. Okay. Actually, this inversion criteria and the lapse rate aspects is only applicable to the parts of atmosphere. Earlier we have said that atmosphere stops at ionosphere, which is the boundary of thermosphere. Okay, so we do not take into consideration exosphere as a part of atmosphere. Exosphere is a not part of atmosphere. It is outer space. Okay, so atmosphere is only till 500 kilometers. Only till 500 kilometers. From the surface of the earth till 500 kilometers, our atmosphere extends. Beyond that, it is outer space, which is called as exosphere. Fine. Coming to the chemical profile of each layers, in troposphere, we have oxygen molecule, dioxygen molecule, dinitrogen molecule, carbon dioxide molecule, and argon. These are the gaseous constituents of troposphere. Coming to this gaseous constituents of stratosphere, the major gaseous constituents of stratosphere are dioxygen, dinitrogen, ozone. As you know, ozone is responsible for protecting the surface of the earth from the ultraviolet radiation of sunlight. The UV radiation of sunlight can be divided into three aspects, which is UVA, UVB, and UVC. Among this, UVC is the most dangerous radiation, which can cause skin cancer and other damages to the Earth's surface. So, ozone layer is responsible for stopping UVC, ultraviolet C radiation, from reaching the Earth's Earth's surface. So, what happens is UVC reacts with ozone, diffusing it, decomposing it to oxygen. We will deal with the chemical reactions and chemical profile of the atmosphere in our next video. For the time being, this is what is going on in stratosphere, and this process is responsible for the increase of temperature in stratosphere. UVC reacts with ozone, dissociating it into oxygen and superoxide radical. This reaction is responsible for increase of temperature in stratosphere. Now we will come to the answer of why the leaves will turn into a burnt appearance. We have discussed about the brinjal leaf in the starting of the video. Actually, the gaseous constituent that is responsible for the burns that leaves will have within minutes, this is the one, ozone. So, ozone is also a protector and is also a destroyer. When he is in stratosphere, is the protector. He protects us from UVC radiation, ultraviolet radiation. He protects us, the plant life and animal life of the Earth's surface, from harmful ultraviolet C radiation. But when this guy comes to troposphere, he is the destroyer. He is very dangerous. He will cause burns to plants and he will cause burns to human skin also. He will cause burns to everyone because this guy is a very strong oxidant. What he does is he gets into our human cell and plant cell, oxidizes it and destroys the cell. This is how ozone will cause burns to all the life on Earth if this guy reaches troposphere. So this guy is a guy that we have to look for. For the rest of the atmosphere related chemical chemistry, we will deal with it in our next video. So for the time being,